Hey guys, I know this video is released kind of late. Um like it's not on New Year's or before New Year's or after New Year's, but um it's not really a tradition. It's just that something I do every single year. And I don't think I'm going to make a 2026 one because I'm actually going to tell you guys something that I'm going to do for like half of 2026. So, anyways, welcome to the channel rewind. But this time, it's split into two parts. One where I just talk about what happened the year, and the other where I show you what happened the year through videos. So, anyways, if you're wondering if I've been working on any videos, yes, I have. And again, you've heard about it before. It's my 50 Ways to Break series. And before you start going like, "Oh, you're wasting technology. Why are you doing that? Anyone could have used that." No, I'm pretty sure they couldn't have used stuff that was already broken, because this had a broken screen, didn't even want to turn on, didn't even want to charge, and this thing was break from the start because it was iCloud locked, and I don't know how to get the iCloud off of this. So yeah, it's again 50 ways to break a phone. One half of it is going to be this, and another half is going to be this, so it's technically both Android and iPhone. So, things that happened in January. So, I technically repaired both of these phones, but they ended up worse than how I left them. Because, both of these, I had to replace the screen, which I did perfectly, but the problem is that when I turned this on, I forgot that the home button was kind of dodgy. And when I tried to fix it, it ended up even more dodgy than before. In fact, it didn't even work. And so when I tried fixing it over again, and when I pushed in the screen pins, I accidentally bent them. And when I tried bending them back, they just snapped off. At least it's fun to have on my collection of Apple products, so I'm gonna show off. And this one, it still technically functions. It still works. It's just that when I did the screen replacement, no matter what I do, it doesn't want to turn on. Even though it's in immaculate condition, there's nothing wrong with it. It just doesn't want to turn on. When I plug it in, it doesn't want to turn on. If any of you know how to fix this iPhone 6s not turning on after a screen replacement, please tell me, because yeah, this was one of my favorite phones because it was the first phone I ever bought with my own money. And of course, this phone is still usable. The one I've used for an entire year until I upgraded to the phone I'm using right now. In fact, I'll show you what it is. Yeah. 16E. But I'm going to be talking about my Apple products collection later, because now I'm moving on to February. I do not know what happened in February or March, but I do know what happened in April. I did a sort of lost episode video where little did people know, or at least my fans knew, they noticed that my effort in videos have been going down, and that wasn't until that video when I actually went up again. Because I've been releasing some video game music, and I've also been releasing some other things as well, such as RIP to the Nintendo Switch, which brings us to May. May was, of course, the month where everyone leaves school and everyone starts summer. But I'm not going to get too much into school life, since winter break is about to end and none of you want to hear about school. But anyways, that also brings us to July, when I posted one of my biggest videos, upgrade, where I upgraded my Switch 1 to a Switch 2. And it's a second part as well, a little brother, if you will. And I also uploaded these videos as well. And that also brings us to August. At around the start of August, I actually got myself one of these. It's a CD player. Of course, there's already a CD in here. I use a CD player sometimes when I bring it to school because it's kind of fun to use. Everyone was like, "Whoa, what is that?" I'm like, "It's a CD player. You want to see it?" And they were like, "Wow." Or sometimes I ask them, "Hey, when was the last time you see one of these?" And of course, the teacher's always like, "Wow, I haven't seen those since 2000 or 2010 or whatever." And again, the reason why I like this is because it's kind of vintage, which is also why in late August I got myself a record, a vinyl record, and of course a record player. And yeah, this does play records, yes. And it's also a Bluetooth speaker of some sort. So I had a CD player, a record player, and an iPod. And I'm gonna get to the iPod and what else is there later. So you might notice that record player, CD player, iPod, What came in between those? Well, I'm gonna get to that in when I get to late December. Of course, I've told you that I've used this phone for like an entire year, and I've just gotten used to it. In fact, my phone usage has gone way down ever since I got this phone because of how like bare bones it is. But then my mom surprised me with an iPhone 16e, and I use it to this day. In fact, I'm recording on it right now, which is why yeah, you saw the iPhone 16e in the iPhone 5s camera. And now that also brings us to September. In September, I haven't really done that many uploads. I've mostly done shorts, and in fact, those shorts have gotten way more than I expected. And in October, I also did the same. In late December, I ended up getting a PS5, and so that's why I released Upgrade, and it was from my PS4 to my PS5, and yeah, you basically know what that is. And then, of course, in December was also shorts. And in late December, I expanded the Apple collection with these two iPads. One is an Air and one is a normal. I don't even know which generations these are, but one runs iOS 12 and one runs iOS 10. I don't want to get in too much detail, so I'm just gonna put these. I'm just gonna set these aside. And remember what I said? Remember what I said about CD player, vinyl record player, iPod? Well, in late December, I got a yeah. Even though I don't have any cassettes, I have a cassette player. I'm probably just gonna like use only one cassette because like you could re-record. It doesn't really matter if you have like too much storage on like I don't know a cassette. You could just like overwrite it. It doesn't really matter. It's basically like those old phones you decide to use as a sort of like car webcam so that you know what's happening on the road and you know what happened on the road. And they basically overwrite the old videos that were from a long time ago so that you could have more space for new videos to record. And I don't know when this exactly happened, but I started collecting pennies in like January 2025. And you're like, so so you don't know when you started this, and yet you said when it started. Well, it didn't really start. It's because like when I heard that the U.S. Treasury was gonna stop making pennies, I started collecting as many pennies as I could. In fact, I have like $2 worth of pennies there, and because of that, I ended up collecting a bunch of coins. My penny jar, of course, it has pennies in there, and then the nickel jar, which used to be the penny jar, but I ran out of space to put more pennies, so I decided to fill this up with nickels instead. The dime jar, I put it in this fake light bulb. Then we have the quarter jar. And then coming soon is the $50 jar. Currently only have two $50 because these are extremely rare. Yeah, so basically this is all like that's new about this year because like yeah, again, failed repairs. This one had pins broken, and this one doesn't want to turn on. And I also decided to like finally. I finally got to upgrade from this phone. I started, I got like two new for the collection. And of course, yeah, this iPad, you already know most about it. And, yeah, I got into retro music again. And I also, yeah, retro music. But I also got new consoles, Switch 2, PS5. And yeah, that's basically it. But there's one thing that is about to be updated in 2026. And no, I'm not talking about that surprise that I'm saving for like the very end. I have I got myself an iPod Touch first generation to basically replace this cuz like I can't be using this as like a sort of iPod all the time even though it does fit my music on there and my movies too. I just want it in a sort of like retro style. Retro enough to like to be just like this iPod. And now time for basically the channel recap since the start of 2023 all the way to the end of 2025. Anyways, enjoy. Yeah, I know. I looked chubby when I was younger. Now, you might be here for the surprise, and it's basically I'm taking a break. Um, uh, like from January to like May or June, I'll be taking a like half year long break from YouTube because I'm gonna be trying to upload and edit and also record videos that I never got to do or upload. And I hope it will actually help my channel in the long run because it'll actually give me more time to make more videos. But if you want more information about it, click the video right here. If you haven't clicked the video, you probably want more content. Well, my vlog channel finally got an update for the first time in like a year. And my vlog channel will get an update later the year later this year after of course the break. And it's gonna be an old upload from like 2025, but still, it's kind of nice. And if you're wondering, yeah, the hats might make a comeback.
That was weird. That was weird too.